You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, well, like what level of belt does the accidental fart not sound funny anymore? Like, the wrestlers. Like, when you got your face in somebody's nuts and all of a sudden they squeeze you squeeze, and a giant stinky fart comes out. Do you just say, fair fight, chili for lunch? Or, like, how does that work? Like, when does it, do people have, like, grudges? Do they do, like, literal biological warfare? Do they cheat? Are they, like, but do they cheat, like, fair fight, egg salad last night? I know, I got all these questions. So here's what's going on with all the garden starters. Here's how I do this. So I keep the lights low, and then when I need to raise them as the plant gets taller and taller, or if I need to tend to them, I just raise the chain. And so here's a great example. We were just talking about the false leaves. So the first two leaves on a plant, this is a cucumber plant, has these false leaves that look nothing like the real leaf. It's because these are not actual leaves. These are part of the seed. And so, and they will also give nutrients to the actual plant. And when the nutrients are all used up, this part of the plant will start to die off. Just like that. So if you're doing any starters, don't worry if these start to die off. Check out this one. Hello, dear. That's a zucchini. So I moved, all of these have been outside in the warm wet. We had a snap of real nice weather. And these were outside in my outside greenhouse. The outside sunlight is the best light. And these are all different kinds of tomatoes, all different kinds of things. And so here's my okra looking so cool. So there was other ones. I brought these in with this cold snap. We had a great big cold snap. And the lettuces and the cold weather crops. So if you think about like lettuce, anything that would go in a salad bowl, that loves living out in the cold. So I have that outside right now. I'll show you where. All right, so this is my little greenhouse. I manifested the structure, the frame. It came with a different top from this gardener on Craigslist. He was giving away a bunch of free stuff. He had to move out of state. He had some stuff on the curb. I went out and he started to pick up some stuff, and he's like, are you a gardener? And I said, yeah. And he said, I got all this other gardener stuff in the shed. Do you want any of it? He ended up like loading my car. I got a bag of dirt, everything. It was totally cool, a symbiotic relationship. Both people won in that situation. So the top of it though was old, and it was starting to like kind of disintegrate. So I only got one season's use out of it. And then I went to Goodwill bins, and wouldn't you fucking know, they had one of these floating around in the bin. It's made for a larger sized greenhouse, but it's the exact same fabric. So I got it. The most I paid was $5 for it. I doubt I paid probably like $3 or $4 for it. And I just bunched up the sides, and it totally works. So this is, I gotta make sure I don't fall on the stairs here. This is where I'm growing all the stuff that likes to be outside. Look at this lettuce. It's like, fuck yeah, living my best life here. The cold weather crops, kale. We got Swiss chard, all sorts of different things. I've got some, here's the little Chinese pink celeries. Some basil, parsley. Look at those little baby parsleys. We've got some bells of Ireland growing here. Here's some poppies that I gotta thin out. Some bell peppers. Those I might bring in. So, kind of mix some different things up, all these marigolds here. And inside of here, it feels significantly warmer. It's very interesting. I was wondering if it would, and it does. So I'm gonna close my little greenhouse back up, keep everything out here in the cold wet. We've got cold wet Minnesota going on. Let's see. The garden looks pretty sad. That's what winter did to my garden. It'll be luscious and growing all sorts of yummy stuff again soon. There it all is, starting.